Do we need a theme song?
I mean, maybe eventually do a little theme song intro graphic.
Yeah, like just a jingle.
Someone make us a jingle.
Am I the asshole? ASSHOLE. Am I the asshole? ASSHOLE. I nailed it. First attempt. Can you believe that? That's not true. I was singing that in the shower.
Rehearsing things in your head beforehand.
Uh-huh. Anyways, welcome to Josh and Kristie Stealing the Internet. I'm Josh.
I'm Kristie.
And let's jump right in.
My 24 female, boyfriend 25 male, ran away as a dog brutally bit me and now I see him differently. This is from relationship advice.
Oh, okay.
So I, 24 female, have been living with my boyfriend, 25 male, for 3 years and just moved in together not that long ago. But recently something happened to me that I'm recovering from in which my boyfriend did nothing to try to help me. 2 weeks ago, we went over to his sister and brother-in-law's home for a visit, and as we were leaving, their next-door neighbor's large pit bull was outside after escaping from the fence. It wasn't closed all the way.
Okay, so it was even like the worst possible dog to get bit by.
Yeah, and bit my arm badly. I won't get into too much detail because this post is already going to be pretty lengthy, but I'm currently in recovery and taking time off from work as I ended up with injuries from it and can't use my right arm. My boyfriend's reaction through all of this is what had me pissed. The attack happened out of nowhere. I barely had time to process it. Pretty much, my back was facing away from the house, so I didn't see the dog coming out of the fence. All I know is I heard and saw him barking at us when we left our sister's house. But he was secured, so I didn't think much of it. My boyfriend, however, was facing him and saw him running out and biting me. Immediately, he went inside his sister's house and got his brother-in-law and sister, who ended up hitting the dog with a stick that was already outside. But it still took effort to get him off. But before that, I was alone for about 5 minutes with this dog just not letting go. I couldn't get him off me. Yes. He ran inside and left her alone for 5 minutes while a dog was latched onto her arm. A big pit bull.
That's a long time to go get help.
Now I'll get to why I'm upset with my boyfriend. Because I knew he was outside with me when it first happened. He was the first person I looked for and yelled for when the dog wouldn't let go. And I was in the worst pain I've ever experienced. I've never had a broken bone, needed surgery, or anything like that, so yes, this was the worst pain I've ever felt. Afterwards, when we got home from the hospital, I asked him why his brother-in-law had to do what he could have done himself, and he admitted to me that he freaked out and didn't want the dog to bite him next. Said that he was scared of blood and didn't know what to do.
Okay, I mean, I'm going to say right now, I guess you don't have to be the manly hero in a relationship, but don't ditch your SO. You know, like, don't do... You know what? No. I retract that. You should, I don't care what your gender is, if your significant other is getting bit by a dog, you should dive right in there.
I agree.
You should help.
Mm-hmm.
A pit bull's big enough or small enough that I think 2 people can overpower it.
Probably.
Yeah.
Honestly, this kind of made me cringe to hear and made me mad because it's like, you're a grown man running away and could have helped me. I'm not in any means saying it's his fault the dog attacked me, but I think if he would have acted quicker to get him off, it would have helped me out.
Also, so the boyfriend saw the dog charging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just let it get to her.
Yep.
Okay. I guess in a panic situation, sometimes you don't think to, step forward and kick the dog or something, but...
His fight or flight kicked in and it was not fight.
No, it was not.
After he told me all of this, I kind of started looking at him different. I can't help it. 2 days after that, I went to go to sleep at my parents' house and haven't went back because I'm not sure how I feel about him anymore. So I just need time to think. I told him this and he thinks I'm being unreasonable. It's been a great and healthy relationship and I've been genuinely happy. I don't want to throw away a 3-year relationship over this, like I mentioned. We just moved in together and he's been hinting at proposing sometime this year. I just don't want to be with someone whose first instinct in an emergency is to run away and not do anything. Even has me thinking about the future, thinking about when it's time for us to have a kid. If he's just going to panic and not comfort me as I'm in pain giving birth. What about if the kid gets attacked by a dog?
Right.
Is he just going to abandon his child and let the pit bull take him down? Because a pit bull will kill a small child much, easier.
Yeah. You gotta step in for your kid, but
Well, Well, you think he would step in for your girlfriend, and he did not.
You gotta step in. Yeah.
I don't know. It just made me lose feeling for him, which I know sounds silly, but literally can't help it. Found out afterwards that his sister already yelled at him too, asking why did he leave me alone. My parents are of course siding with me, but I don't know if it's just because I'm their daughter. So, I need an unbiased opinion. Do I have the right to be upset?
You definitely have the right to be upset. I'm trying to think, like, I don't know if it's something that you break up with over. It's definitely, if you had that image of your boyfriend that he was going to help you in this kind of situation, that has changed.
I think this is something you break up over. I want someone who has my back in an emergency, someone who can keep their head and do something to help, not just run away.
Yeah, you now know that if you stay with this person, they may not be reliable in an emergency situation, and you just have to understand that moving forward in the relationship. Get him some self-defense lessons.
I don't know, but like even if you were being attacked by a pit bull, I'd be running in and grabbing the back legs of that pit bull and trying to drag him off.
I feel like you go for the scruff of the neck.
Well, if they're wearing a collar,
yeah, the collar is ideal, right?
And you choke them. The thing is if they're wearing a collar or you have some kind of leash on them, the thing is you choke them until they let go.
Right.
But if they can't, the best thing to do is I think grab their back legs.
Is it?
And then they will turn to bite you, and you can let go and jump back out of the way. But that means that they've released to the person they're latched onto.
You kind of monkey in the middle of the pit.
Yeah.
The solution, I think I already said it. Get him some self-defense lessons so you can train this reaction into somebody. I'm not saying it's 100%, but having that little bit of training can help you understand what to do in a situation instead of just running away.
Something needs to be done. She either needs to break up with him or get him to fix his flight response.
Yeah.
Because that is not an acceptable response to an emergency.
Yeah, I understand there are situations where flight is the correct response when you're deciding between fight and flight, but it sounds like
not when you have to abandon someone else. This is like, I don't have to run faster than the bear, I just have to run faster than my girlfriend kind of thing, you know?
It's 100% that. You know.
Not cool.
Not cool. You should run next to your girlfriend.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, I don't think she's wrong to be upset. He needs to, I don't want to say man up because woman up would be also the thing, but he needs to step up.
Toughen up.
She's not wrong to be upset about this. This is not okay and something he needs to fix.
Yeah, no, you gotta toughen up a little. When you're an adult, there are times you need to step forward like that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a dog charging at you from behind will often stop when you're facing them. So stepping in between her and that pit bull might have
yelling and waving your arms would have helped a lot.
Yeah. Am I the asshole for saying yes to my boyfriend's public proposal and then turning him down in private?
I feel like no. I hate public proposals just for that reason. It like forces you to say yes, even if you don't want to, just to like, help him save face and not embarrass him. But if you really don't want to, you got to turn him down later.
So my 26 female boyfriend, 28 male, and I have been dating for about 3 years. Things have been good, but I've been clear that I'm not ready for marriage just yet. I've told him I need more time to feel comfortable with such a big step. Well, a few weeks ago, we went to a big party hosted by his family for his dad's 60th. I noticed that he was acting a little nervous, but didn't think much of it. Then, during the event, he got everyone's attention, got down on one knee, and proposed to me in front of all his friends and family. I was completely caught off guard and panicked.
I hate this because where's her friends and family? They're obviously not invited to his dad's 60th birthday party, so he's proposing just in front of his family. What about her? This is her proposal, too.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Okay, continue.
I didn't even think about that part. It's almost better to be proposing in front of her friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying to make it special for them, not for you.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard stories about how rejecting someone in public can humiliate them, and I really didn't want to do that to him, especially in front of everyone he cares about. So I said yes in the moment. Everyone cheered, and he looked so happy. I felt horrible for misleading him, but I didn't know what else to do. After the party, on the car ride home, I told him privately and explained that while I love him, I'm not ready to get married yet, and that I only said yes to avoid embarrassing him in front of everyone. I thought being honest in private was the best thing to do. He got really upset and said I'd humiliated him even more because now he has to go back and tell everyone that we're not actually engaged. He said I should have just said no at the party if that's how I felt. I feel terrible that I've hurt him and put him in this position, but I also feel like he put me on the spot in front of everyone without considering my feelings. We've yet to tell his family or anyone, and they keep calling and texting to give their congrats, which is upsetting him even more. And I'm seeing videos his friends posted online of him getting on one knee, so it's pretty public now. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Should I have just said no in public, or was I right to spare him the embarrassment in the moment?
That's a little bit tough. You know, people wouldn't be posting the video online if she said no, hopefully. Yeah. That'd be really embarrassing.
You get more views that way.
True. But her boyfriend is just all sorts of red flags here. She said she wasn't ready for marriage.
Mm-hmm.
He proposed in public, which is kind of a form of coercion to get her to say yes. He did it in front of his family. None of her family or friends were there. So it's all about him.
Uh-huh.
And then he's upset that she didn't handle it the way he wanted to. She didn't say yes, but she tried to save him embarrassment, and he's upset about that. And I do kind of get where he's coming from. Like, she gave him a little bit of hope. Like, oh, she said yes, you know. And then yanked it out from under him and is like, just kidding. And now he does have to go back and tell everybody we're not engaged, which is a little embarrassing. I don't know which is more embarrassing. Getting publicly told no, or having to go back and correct people and be like, just kidding.
I think it's definitely having to go back and to correct people. Just, it's a Band-Aid, rip it off.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you know, like, I understand not wanting to hurt you like this person, obviously, so you don't want to hurt their feelings, but if you're gonna say no up front, because things escalate. And they haven't told anyone, and those people are now telling people. It's getting out of control, and it's your fault for not saying no in the first place.
True. But this is all on the boyfriend for not listening to her saying that she's not ready.
I will say, this is the theme of this is, am I the asshole? So it is OP the asshole.
I don't know.
I say yes.
I don't know which one's worse.
Well, it doesn't matter which one's worse. Everyone kind of sucks here.
Yeah.
But I say yes. You don't spare them their feelings later. You're gonna hurt them either way. Just say no in the moment. Things are awkward. That's my opinion on it, at least. I understand not wanting to ruin his dad's birthday party, but he did that.
Yeah.
It's a lot on him, and I personally think just it's like a Band-Aid. Don't let rumors spread. You know, you can stay together. It's not like this is a relationship ending thing. And
was she saying no, or was she just saying not yet?
That would be a good way to say it, actually.
Yes.
You don't need to say no and run away like a boyfriend when a dog attacks. No, yeah, it's just be like, I'm not ready yet. You can even put him down a little harder and be like, we talked about this.
I told you I'm not ready.
Yeah. Give him a little backhand. You're not an asshole for saying no, but you're a bit of an asshole for saying
yes. And then retracting it.
Yeah, and retracting it.
In private. Okay.
That's my opinion on it. I understand that there are situations.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one's worse, but I think your opinion matters more than mine, because you're the man, and the man was the one being rejected.
I'm a big fan of ripping the Band-Aid off. Don't get me up, my happiness all the way up, and then take it all the way down.
True. Okay, yeah.
Or you can be like me and just be very certain and wait too long.
A little bit too long. Am I the asshole for never mentioning to my girlfriend that my teeth are not real?
I think it depends on how long you've been dating. No. Okay. Are they dentures or implants? Also, that also has its own time frame. There's a bunch of time frames involved in this. I'm going to say no. But the longer the relationship goes, the faster it becomes a hard yes.
I, 38 male, had problems with my teeth since I was a teenager. By the mid-20s, I had done so many root canal treatments that my dentist recommended me that in the long run, it would be cheaper and less painful to get permanent dental implants, as I had constant issues with my teeth.
Okay. That's so much better.
That answers one question.
I was so worried that this was going to be a guy in his 30s with dentures. Like, no, get the implants. They're pretty normal today.
I did it. They removed all my teeth, including a few that did not yet cause issues, and I got implants. Suddenly, there was one constant annoying thing less in my life that eventually I forgot about.
Yeah, I bet his teeth are like so white and pretty
Got
now.
perfect, beautiful teeth.
Uh-huh.
There's no problems with them. And, he just...
Sounds like the right move.
Yeah. 3 years ago, I met my current girlfriend, 34 female, and we have been living together for a year. Recently, she had a problem with one tooth and found out she needed a root canal treatment and told me, "I wish I had such good teeth as you." And I realized that she does not even know and jokingly told her, "Oh, these are not mine. I got these in 2013.
Honestly, that's the perfect way to tell her.
Yeah.
Be like, "Oh, did you not know? That's crazy. Yeah, these aren't real."
Suddenly, she was mad that I kept such a secret for all that time from her, that I was hiding the truth. I tried to explain that I'm so used to it that I just don't think about it. She thinks that I'm an asshole and that this is a lie of omission. Of course, she got some of our friends included into that discussion, and some agree that it does not even affect her. Some think that people should tell those things. Am I the asshole?
No, I'm gonna say no. It sounds like I don't know. It's just not a big deal to him.
Yeah, so he's had these for more than a decade.
Yeah.
It's kind of like just part of his life. He probably just doesn't even think about it anymore. 3 years into the relationship is kind of a long time.
I thought it was 1.
They've been living together for 1, but dating for 3.
I guess it's just such a little thing to him, but yeah, I feel like it would have came up at some point, but
yeah.
I don't know, are you playing...
Well, it came up now.
It came up now, and he just told her. It's not like he was hiding it.
Yeah, I think she's overreacting a little bit. I would have been probably shocked, are you serious? And I didn't know that.
Shocked.
But then eventually I would have laughed it off and been like, that's so funny.
That's such a weird thing that's never come up before, that you don't have any teeth.
Yeah. Also, I don't like that she got all their friends in on this. Maybe he doesn't necessarily want their whole friend group to know that his teeth are fake.
Sounds like
and
he doesn't
she just
care.
outed him, but I don't think he cares. Yeah. But that's, and also don't bring, why are you bringing your friends in on your fight with your significant other?
Right.
They're not involved in this relationship. I don't like when people get their friends involved in fights.
She's got a whole emotional support group.
Yeah.
No, I mean, lots of people have fake teeth and they don't bring it up.
This tooth is fake.
Yeah, I know. I was trying the whole time you were talking to remember when you told me into our relationship that it was fake, and
Probably
I feel
when I needed it replaced.
I feel like it was really far.
It was. I think we were married, and I was like, I need to get my tooth recapped because it's just it's fake tooth or whatever. There's a tiny little peg tooth under there.
Yeah.
And they put a normal sized tooth over it, so this tooth is fake.
Yeah.
There's a real one under there, but it's teeny, teeny, tiny.
I do appreciate you putting your thumb in your mouth while you talk. That's great audio.
But yeah, I don't think I thought to tell you until it came up that I needed to get it replaced. It's my tooth.
Yeah, I really feel like you didn't tell me until it needed to be swapped out, which is fine. I didn't care.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, really? Weird. And then I got to see... Yeah, and then I got to see you without a tooth, which was funny.
I know I sent you a picture of my teeny tiny tooth and you laughed at me.
Yeah. Deservedly so.
Uh-huh.
How dare you have a slight physical deformity? Laugh at her. Laugh at her, internet. That felt mean.
We should find that picture I took of my peg tooth and put it on there. I don't think he's the asshole. I think she's a little bit of one and is overreacting to this news.
Yeah, I think she's way overreacting. It's not that big a deal. He got, the nice implants that you can't tell. It's not like he's got... It's never going to come up again.
Mm-hmm.
So, about this exact story almost, my friend at work was telling me one time that a lot of celebrities get their teeth pulled so that they always have white teeth, and I've never been able to verify if he was yanking my chain or not.
They get veneers.
Veneers?
So they shave down their teeth and put fake teeth over them. So their real teeth are still in there, just under the veneers. I think that's how that works. But yes, veneers is a very, very popular thing that celebrities get, and a lot of people hate it because it ruins people's unique look. Like Miley Cyrus has veneers, and she used to have a very unique smile, and now she just has very perfect, generic, straight white teeth. And she used to her teeth were different sizes and shapes, and it changed her smile a lot when she got veneers.
It's also a lot of self-image of people who think that people just naturally have these beautiful smiles. But yeah, because he was talking to his dentist about getting all of his teeth. I think his dentist was saying pulled and implants in.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe...
That sounds so painful to me, because don't they have to screw metal into your jaw and then screw the tooth onto that metal
I mean, it's temporary pain, right?
Yeah, I guess so, but still.
This is something, it wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be.
I read somewhere on here was saying it was 1.5 to 2,000 per tooth. So it was very expensive to get it done. One of the comments said that. They're like, I was thinking about getting this done. How much was it?
Maybe you can get a group discount on your teeth.
Can't find the comment now, but OP responded that it cost him 1.5 to 2,000 per tooth after dental insurance.
And you probably have to have multiple sessions because I learned that they can't numb both sides of your mouth at once or you might stop breathing.
I don't know. They probably put you under for it, like completely under.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because they pulled molars on both sides of my mouth at the same time. But they put me completely under for it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you had cavities filled, they wouldn't numb both sides of your mouth at the same time while you were awake.
I guess that's the numbing shot because when I had my wisdom teeth pulled, they did just give me the gas and pull them all at once.
Okay.
So
I only had one wisdom tooth.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, your mouth is a medical anomaly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the asshole.
Okay, that was a lot of talk about teeth. Let's move on.
We don't want to talk about pulling teeth out of your mouth. Just those pliers touching your enamel.
Stop it. You made the heebie-jeebies.
Am I the asshole for refusing to make my sister-in-law's wedding cake for free?
No. Don't make cakes for free for anybody. That is unless you want to.
Yeah, if you're a professional baker of any kind.
Yeah. A family discount would be nice, but you don't have to make anybody anything for free, especially if this is your career.
I, 29 female, run a bakery business that I've built from the ground up during the past 5 years. It started as a hobby during college, but now it's a registered business with steady clients, a dedicated workspace, and consistent orders during each month. I do mostly weddings, birthdays, and other events. I take a lot of pride in what I do, and it's not just baking for fun anymore. This is my livelihood. My sister-in-law, 33 female, is getting married at the beginning of June. She's my wife's older sister. We're on friendly terms, but she's always had this vibe like she doesn't really take what I do seriously.
A lot of people seem to think like the arts, including baking, are like not real jobs, and they are.
Yeah, these are also people that probably can't bake a cake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's made comments like, it must be nice getting to play in the kitchen all day, or your lucky people will pay you for something they could probably learn on YouTube. Always with a smile, like it's a joke, but not really.
Making cakes is hard.
Like a good cake, yeah.
A good cake, yeah, and like decorating it pretty. And I know because we make cakes for our nieces and nephews, and it's a lot of work and it's hard, and it took us a long time to practice to get good enough to present them to the family. And I still don't know if I would present them to like professional, I'd be like,
Yeah. Well, it depends on the professional. Every now and then, like, some professional bakery blows up on the internet because they handed in, like, a cake that a toddler made.
Oh, yeah.
So we can beat them.
Yes. I think I just told our
standards are too high.
Standards too high. I'm a perfectionist, and if it's not perfect, I don't want to give it to people.
I brushed these comments off in the past since they weren't happening all the time, and I just didn't want to stir up any drama. So, earlier this month, she asked if I'd make her wedding cake. I said sure, and asked what she had in mind. She sent over inspo pics for a 4-tier cake with smooth buttercream, floral piping, and real flowers on top, cascading down one side.
4 tiers is a big cake. That's a lot of cake with a lot of fancy decorating going on.
Yeah, it's a fancy cake. She wanted it to be a chocolate sponge with raspberry filling in terms of taste.
That's so yummy. That's my favorite.
That is a good combo. Plus, she wanted for me to deliver to the venue myself on the morning of the wedding rather than picking it up the day before herself.
Picking up a 4-tier cake yourself would be nerve-wracking.
Absolutely.
I would go for delivery too, yeah.
A 4-tier cake, I wouldn't trust myself to move it.
Nope.
You almost have to build that at the venue.
Yeah.
After we got done discussing everything, I gave her a quote over the phone with a generous family discount, and sister-in-law replied almost instantly that she didn't think I'd be charging her and the cake would essentially be a wedding gift.
That is a very nice wedding gift. I think that's more than most people would give as a wedding gift.
I'm trying to think how much a wedding cake costs.
Like $800?
Yeah.
Possibly. For a 4-tier cake, probably like $1,000?
That level of cake, yeah.
And most people don't give that much for a wedding present.
Yeah, people usually don't give more than a couple hundred, depending on how close you are to them. I told her that I don't typically do wedding cakes as gifts, because of how much time and work they take. But I'd be happy to buy her something from her registry instead, or still make the cake at the discounted price if she wanted. She wasn't happy, said I was being transactional and that it was just a cake, and I clearly didn't want to be part of her special day before hanging up on me. To be clear, I have made cakes for free before, but those were small, simple ones for people I care about or for friends who were going through a rough time. This isn't that. My sister-in-law and her fiancé can pay for the cake, and it's not like she's exactly respected my work in the past. Meanwhile, sister-in-law has been telling anyone who will listen that I'm making her big day about myself and trying to profit off her happiness. Seriously. My mother-in-law called, and she didn't really ask how I felt or try to understand where I was coming from. She just seemed overwhelmed and kind of desperate to stop this from turning into a bigger family fight. She kept going on about how stressed my sister-in-law was and how she was being a bit much, but basically begged me to reconsider. My wife is completely on my side and has told her mom to stop trying to smooth things over at my expense. But even she admitted she sort of wishes I'd just said yes to avoid the fallout.
I like that her wife is standing up for her to her family. So, like, you take care of your own blood relatives and she's supporting her wife, and that's nice.
I think not the asshole.
I think not the asshole. This is her career and her livelihood. It's going to cost her, the ingredients are going to be expensive. It's going to take her a really long time to make a 4-tier cake. Not to mention the time she's spending on making this wedding cake, she won't be spending making another cake that she could have done for profit.
Right.
So this is asking a lot.
A 4-tier cake is probably, if you can work fast, it's probably still 20 hours of work.
Yeah.
Easily.
I don't know how long it would take professionals. It would take me like 3 days though.
Right.
But I don't know how long it would take a professional who's better at it.
If it's your livelihood, you're completely justified in charging for it, even if they're family.
Mm-hmm. Family discount is as far as you should go for it, you know. Didn't sister-in-law say she can't believe people were paying her for something they could learn to do themselves on YouTube?
Yes.
Tell sister-in-law to go to YouTube and learn how to make a wedding cake and do it herself.
Yeah, right? That's actually the top comment.
Is it?
I'm impressed you didn't send her a YouTube link so she could learn to do it herself, not the asshole.
That's the kind of petty I am. I would totally do that. Since you think it's so easy, you can do it yourself.
Yeah. That's the top comment to the top comment.
Oh my gosh.
I'm petty. That is exactly what I would have done.
Well, I'm glad the internet agrees with me.
Yeah, you're just channeling Reddit right now. Yeah, other comment. Not the asshole, your sister-in-law is being an entitled cheapskate. If you wouldn't normally gift her something as expensive as a cake, then don't gift her the cake. Tell her to get quotes elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's true. Get a quote elsewhere and find out just how much you're asking.
Yeah, I bet she thinks like, oh, a wedding cake's gonna be like $300 max.
Right.
And that is so not true.
Yeah, $300 max, like, that's almost an acceptable level for a wedding gift if because you're not paying for labor then. But no, this is easily $1,000 cake.
I was thinking $300 would get you enough sheet cakes from Costco to do your wedding.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make so many sheet cakes for $300.
Well, I'm like, if it's a 4-tier cake, it's got to be feeding a lot of people, so it's probably gonna take that many sheet cakes.
I wonder if maybe she just likes the look of the 4 tiers, but then you gotta pay for the real flowers cascading down it. How much do those cost, I wonder? Flowers aren't cheap. So yeah, not the asshole. This is a crazy expensive ask. And now that I'm doing the math in my head.
Yeah. Sister-in-law is very entitled. And I thought the family discount was generous, but
yeah.
And buying
by description, a generous family discount, she said.
Am I the asshole for reporting my friend to the university after he cheated using my notes?
I guess you know what? No, I'm gonna say yes.
The asshole?
Don't be a narc.
Okay.
I don't like narcs.
I, 22 male, am in med school and have this friend. Let's call him Jake.
Pause. Cheating in med school is very different than cheating in any other type of school.
We've studied together a few times, and I shared my annotated notes with him before a big exam. I made them myself with diagrams, explanations, and even some mnemonics I came up with. A few weeks later, one of my professors used one of my made-up mnemonics in a lecture, crediting an anonymous student. I was confused. Turns out Jake had submitted my notes with his name on them to the prof's student tips portal, where students can share study tips for extra credit. He didn't even mention me. I confronted him. He brushed it off and said, "It's just notes, chill." So I reported it to the Academic Honesty Office, since it technically falls under plagiarism. Now he's under investigation and might lose the extra credit or worse.
Okay, I changed my mind again. No, it's just notes. Handle this privately.
Our mutual friends are calling me petty and saying I could have just talked to him. Am I the asshole?
Oh, yes, you are such an asshole.
Okay, but he did try to talk to him privately, and he brushed him off and said, "It's just notes."
And it's
Chill.
also his whole academic career. I am, you gotta go really far before I'm okay with you tattling.
Okay. But med school, I feel, is held to a different standard of ethics. Because you're going to be a doctor and dealing with people's lives and their personal medical information.
Okay.
Do you think that he is being unethical? And if he's being unethical in this, he probably shouldn't be a doctor.
I would argue, as a counter to that, the medical industry is way too proprietary with their information, and this guy is the kind of doctor I want because he's all about open source. Have you ever tried to look up a paper and they're like, you have to subscribe to this website or buy the paper? No, just share information with each other.
Okay, but he took credit for it.
Yeah, he did. I'm not saying it wasn't a dick move. It was a real dick move to take that and get extra credit. But yeah, I think that this is a personal fight and you give him one strike. If he's your friend, he's obviously enough of a friend that you would share your notes that you've worked very hard on. Yeah, I think he gets a strike before you report him to the Academic Honesty Board.
Reddit disagrees with you.
I don't care.
Because he, let me read you the top comment.
Yeah, go for it.
You're in med school. He needs to be held to a higher standard, not a lower one. It's alarming that someone with such poor judgment is a med student. You did the right thing. You don't know what else he's been doing to skirt the rules and expectations. What if those few extra credit points are the difference between him graduating or not? He would literally have lied his way into a field that requires integrity and sound judgment. NTA. Okay, OP replied to that comment and said, "Yeah, that's exactly what was bothering me. I kept thinking if he's willing to take credit for someone else's work over a few extra points, what else is he willing to cut corners on? We're going into a field where trust and integrity are everything. I didn't want to be the one to escalate things, but I felt it was wrong to just let it slide. Appreciate you saying this."
I feel like, did he say all this to his friend?
I think he did, and his friend said, "It's just notes, man. Chill."
I still don't agree. I don't know. We don't have to agree on everything.
He submitted your entire work product as his. I can't think of any profession where that is acceptable, and definitely not in academia. And your mutuals are not addressing the issue correctly. You did discuss this with him, and he blew you off. He had a chance to rectify the error, and he chose not to.
Yeah.
You're still holding with
I'm sticking to my guns.
As if he's an asshole for reporting this guy for stealing his notes and getting extra credit for them.
I feel like you get... This guy's an asshole. Your friend is an asshole. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
You shared your notes with him willingly. And reporting it to the academic board of... What are they called? The Academic Board of Honesty or whatever?
Academic Honesty Office.
Yeah, the Academic Honesty Office in college, they're the worst. Have you ever talked to them at all?
Nope, never had a problem with them.
They think they are automatically against you. I had to talk to them once. Because a girl in a group project, we all divided up the work, and and we're going to meet up next week. 2 days later, this girl emails everyone and says, because you guys have just been not communicating at all, I went ahead and did all the parts.
That's insane.
And she reported us. And we had to go, and we had emails. And we did everything through email. So we're just like, we showed them the emails and said she's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, they aren't friendly people. I don't agree with giving him 0 strikes, is what I'm saying. He's your friend. You shared notes together. You should have given him
more of a chance to correct it.
Yeah, you didn't give him a chance, I feel.
He gave him one chance.
He gave him half a chance.
Well, we don't actually know what he said to the friend, just that his friend blew him off and said it's no big deal.
Yeah,
so,
based off this information, I think it's...
You think he should have told his friend, hey, if you don't correct this, I'm going to go to the...
Yeah, give him an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Give him some chances before you attack something that he's worked towards for possibly, 8 years?
Mm-hmm. I think the friend is definitely the asshole.
Oh, the friend's definitely an asshole. I'm not defending that. I'm saying you're also an asshole. And I don't want the type of doctor who is going to... If you go in and you're like, hey, I did something wrong and I got hurt, is this doctor going to tattle on you? Can I trust a doctor who can't keep a damn secret?
I would trust the tattling friend over the note-stealing friend as my doctor.
Yeah, probably. I just don't respect people who are tattletales.
Okay.
There's a line, and he jumped over it too soon.
Okay. I guess we disagree on this one.
We disagree
but okay.
on this one. And that's okay. It's a healthy relationship.
I want a divorce.
Yeah, that's fair. It's healthy to disagree sometimes in a relationship, internet. I say that mostly because we're reading Reddit stories and their solution is always divorce. Am I the asshole for training a guy like a dog?
I bet it worked really well, but it's kind of an asshole move. What is she, like, doing positive reinforcement and giving him snacks every time he does something good?
We'll have to find out.
Okay, it's a little bit of an asshole move, but I think it's hilarious, and I bet it worked.
I, 23 female, have recently started seeing this guy, 26 male. He's super pretty, but he's kind of emotionally unavailable, and he's alluded to having an unstable, unhealthy childhood. For context, I also work with socializing abused and neglected dogs at a local shelter, and I think how much time I spend with the dogs is impacting the way I interact with people.
Oh no. She needs to get out in the real world and interact with people some more, and not just dogs. That sounds terrible.
Oh, interacting with people?
Yes, I don't want to do that. I'd rather stay with the dogs, though.
When we were on a date, I started subconsciously making mental notes about him, like the notes I'd make about a dog. For example, I noticed when we went out to dinner, he ate really quickly and was very anti-sharing. And then in parentheses, resource guarding.
That's so funny. But, did he snarl at you when you tried to take a French fry?
Maybe. But when I offered to pay and suggested dessert, it seemed to make him really happy and a little calmer. And then parentheses, food motivated. He's really particular about his car, parentheses, territorial/crate aggression. He likes when I pick where we go / what we do, parentheses, eager to please, etc. So I've started using the tactics I'd use on a dog with similar problems. Recently, a friend, 22 female, pointed out it's weird that I keep peanut M&Ms on me with the specific purpose of offering the guy one when I see him, and offering them again whenever I can tell he's feeling vulnerable.
It's weird to offer just one M&M peanut at a time.
Maybe she gives him a little head pat, too.
Yeah. Good boy. Does she use a clicker?
I hope so.
Training?
She said I'm being an asshole because he's a person, not a dog, so I shouldn't be training him like one. I don't think that's fair. I'm not trying to control him or anything. I just want him to feel comfortable with me the same way I need the animals I'm helping to be comfortable with me. Humans and animals aren't that different after all. We all just want to feel safe and cared for. The guy hasn't noticed yet as far as I can tell. The problem is, my technique is yielding really positive results.
I told you it would work.
Am I the asshole? Should I stop?
This is really, really funny, but it is a little bit of an asshole move. I'm not going to lie, this would work on me too, though. Someone giving me little treats every once in a while, I would feel safe with them.
Yeah.
And like them more. So, I mean, it's working for her and for him, I guess.
Uh-huh.
But, I don't know, like, conditioning him to trust you with food is a little bit of an asshole move.
And she has posted some updates / clarifications for what people have been commenting. For everyone asking me if I've seen the Big Bang Theory episode with this plotline, I have not.
I don't remember
They
that
tried
one.
to train Sheldon in one episode, I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't quite remember it. For everyone saying they think I am autistic, probably, yeah. I haven't been tested, but maybe I should. I do not have loose M&Ms in my pocket, because then they'd get all melty and gross. I keep them in a bag in my purse. I'm not sure that's better.
I feel like that is better. A bag is more sanitary than collecting pocket lint in your pocket.
That's fair. I know the title was clickbaity, so I want to make some things clear. I didn't think of it as training till my friend said it was like I was training him, and that made me feel weird, and that's why I made the post. So she wasn't planning to train him.
She's just bringing her work life home and into her personal life.
Absolutely. She's got a specific set of skills. And that skill set is making vulnerable animals like her.
And boyfriends.
And boyfriends, yeah. He's very pretty.
He's very pretty.
I think that's
He's a very good boy.
The only thing we know about this guy is he's very pretty. And he's
emotional trauma.
Yes.
Likes peanut M&Ms.
Likes peanut M&Ms, a little food aggressive. I am not and never have been trying to modify behavior. What I noticed in him and what I notice in animals were stress responses. We only get aggressive over our food if we believe someone's going to take it away. We get defensive over our spaces if we reasonably feel like they'll be violated. Applies to both animals and people. I was trying to establish trust the way I best know how. If he never shared fries and never wanted to park next to a car with wide doors again, that'd be fine with me, to be honest. I know he's not a dog, so he's not at risk of being euthanized or something. So, to all the people who told me I should tell him what I'm doing, you were right, and that's what I did. Turns out I was very wrong about him not noticing what I was doing.
Okay, he's brighter than we thought he was.
Yeah. I was imagining just like him kind of like a little dog or following her around.
Yeah.
He apparently put two and two together pretty quickly after I started doing it. He didn't tell me he was on to me, though. Because
he wanted to keep getting M&Ms?
Because he liked it. And was worried I'd get embarrassed and stop if I knew that he knew. So we talked it out, and it ended up not being a very big deal at all, and I'm probably going to keep having M&Ms because they're good. That's all I got for y'all.
That's actually cute. I like how that ended. That he caught on and was okay with it.
He caught on, but he really likes M&Ms.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah, right? Top comment, just make sure to tell him he's a good boy.
A little pat on the head.
Uh-huh. Another comment, stop making this dog-centric and just share your M&Ms. That's fairly normal. Then you will not be the asshole.
Am I the asshole for not taking down my yard flamingos after neighbors complained?
No, get more yard flamingos.
Yes. I bought a house a couple of years ago and have been working on making it look nicer. I spent a lot of time redoing the front gardens, trying to make it neat and nice. A few weeks ago, I was at a greenhouse buying some plants for the garden, and I saw 2 yard flamingos marked down on clearance. I knew they belonged in my garden. They're not everyone's cup of tea, but I think they're a lot of fun. I set them up when I got home, and a couple of days later, my neighbor was knocking on my door. She was demanding I take down my flamingos because they're extremely gauche and lowering the property value of the neighborhood.
Okay, that's a little extreme.
I told her I'm not taking them down because I like them, and the property value isn't going to be hurt by 2 yard flamingos. I also don't live in an HOA, and as far as I am aware, there are no town ordinances about flamingos.
Okay, the second that the neighbor knocks on my door and tells me to take them down, I am doubling down.
Every time they come over, add 2 more flamingos to the front yard.
Every time you knock on my door, we double it.
She has posted pictures of my house, the street I live on, and a close-up of my flamingos in our town's Facebook group to complain about them. Some people agreed I should take them down. After that, another neighbor came over to tell me to get rid of them. My mom also agreed I should take them down to keep the peace with my neighbor. Boo, Mom!
Yeah, that's not fun.
I like them. I smile when I see them when I pull up into my driveway. I have no plans to take them down. Am I the asshole for not taking down my yard flamingos after some neighbors complained?
No, it sounds like you really like these flamingos, so I guess keep them up.
Yeah, why do other people care so much about what's in your yard?
Uh-huh.
I mean, I know they can see it, but 2 yard flamingos isn't that big of a deal, I don't feel like. It's not like the neighbor who has that 12-foot Santa in their front yard that they leave up until mid-March.
You're really gonna call out our neighbor?
That neighbor. Hate Santa.
Very specific. Kristie.
Yard flamingos are nothing compared to a 12-foot Santa.
Uh-huh. No, it is. It's just like putting up decorations on your yard. It's not that weird. I don't want flamingos. I feel like the yard flamingos are a bit, was that 50s?
Yeah.
They
60s?
seem dated.
Yeah, yard flamingos seem dated.
But, I don't know, the porch goose is coming back, so maybe the
yeah.
yard flamingos are next.
She should dress up her yard flamingos like that people used to dress up their porch gooses, like for the holidays.
Oh, absolutely.
Give them bunny ears on Easter and little Santa hats at Christmas.
I think you post every time you model them in new clothes, you post on the community Facebook group and get the whole town on your side.
Yes.
Make a TikTok about it. This is your moment. Okay? You're gonna make little outfits for the flamingos. You're gonna do little skits with them. This is your TikTok account. I love it.
I bet it would go viral with the drama of the neighbors hating the flamingos and trying to tell you what to do on your own property.
Absolutely.
And then you could make it a big TikTok series about things you're doing with your yard flamingos. I bet you would make a lot of money going viral on TikTok.
Uh-huh. Am I the asshole, or has being a picky eater lost all meaning?
I don't know what they mean by being a picky eater has lost all meaning.
Yeah, it's a tough one to guess from the title.
Okay. Tell me more.
I don't consider myself to be a particularly picky eater. Human, sure. There are foods that I don't like. I'll even admit that outside of shrimp and crab, seafood is a no-go for me. I've never been able to stomach fish. No, the way you make it isn't going to be an exception. Yes, that type of fish you claim doesn't taste fishy absolutely does.
Agreed. Fish is gross.
I also have fairly delicate American sensibilities when it comes to organ meat, but I can be talked into trying it. My 27 female boyfriend, 31 male, disagrees with me. To hear him describe my food habits, you'd think I was a dino nugget and mac and cheese girly because of two things. The first is that I don't cook super spicy food at home. The operative word being cook, I like spicy food. The second being that I won't order sushi when it's his turn to pick where we eat out. He wants to be able to order a bunch of different rolls and share. All of this has come up twice this week somehow. On Wednesday, I made a simple pasta dish that pissed him off for some reason. It was just penne with jarred marinara and mushrooms I sautéed in butter and garlic before going in the sauce. It was served with roasted asparagus and store-bought garlic knots on the side.
Sounds delicious. This sounds like a nice dinner.
This is more work than what I put into pasta.
Yeah.
Sautéing mushrooms?
Yeah, and garlic bread and asparagus with your pasta?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
It wasn't the most exciting meal. It was also the middle of the week, and I just wanted to eat. Cue the grumbling and pulling out multiple bottles of hot sauce from his collection.
Who puts hot sauce on pasta?
Right? Cool. Douse it in Dr. Donkey's Atomic Ass Ripper Psycho Sauce if you want to. Don't sit and bitch about it the entire meal, please.
Have you had Dr. Donkey's
Atomic Ass Ripper Psycho Sauce?
Yeah, have you ever had that?
No, but I want to try it. I like hot sauce. That sounds like something we should try on the show.
I am not doing that. I'm not trying spicy food on the show. Christie's don't do spicy food.
You don't want to just steal hot ones?
Hot ones?
Is that the name of the show where they eat the spicy wings?
I don't know.
They bring on like celebrity guests and they make them talk about a topic while eating.
I've seen that. I didn't know it had a name.
I think it's called Hot Ones.
Okay.
And don't worry, if I'm wrong, everyone will let us know in the comments.
Okay.
Yesterday is what really pissed me off. He wanted to go out for sushi. Normally I'm okay with that because most places have things I'll eat, like tempura, miso soup, some kind of noodle dish, etc. Except he found a new place that's supposed to be great with a very streamlined menu that's almost entirely sushi. I like miso soup, but it's not dinner. I could order a non-fish roll, but I don't love the taste of nori, and I just wasn't in the mood to pay for the pleasure of eating something I don't enjoy. This started a huge argument about how picky I am, seeing as how my counter offer for where to go was either Indian or Korean barbecue. Ironically, I think he's pickier than I am. He won't eat anything made in a crock pot because of the texture. Also, no soup. He doesn't like most fruits unless we're talking about strawberry milkshakes. He acts like me eating olives is a war crime, and don't you dare suggest anything with cabbage, kale, bell peppers, or any type of bean in it. And all of that is fine with me, even if I'd love to be able to throw shit together in the crock pot before work for dinner. Am I off base here? I know seafood is a wide category that does limit things. I could have sucked it up and forced down a tempura roll. I can try to cook spicier at home to appease him a couple nights a week because, as I said, I like spicy food. It's just frustrating to be accused of being so picky when I feel like I'm not. Am I the asshole?
No, you're not. She's not that picky.
I know,
like,
right?
A lot of people don't like seafood. I feel like if you're going out to eat too, you need to pick a place that both people like. Like if you're just two people, you need to pick a place you both like. If it's a big group, that's sometimes harder to do.
Yeah, I think...
If he wants to get something like sushi that she doesn't like, that needs to be a takeout night where he gets sushi takeout and she gets some other kind of takeout that she does like.
Yeah, you could order from two places easily.
Yeah.
But I think he likes that kind of community aspect of sushi where you order for the table and everybody just grabs rolls.
Well, then he needs to go out with his friends.
Yeah, right? No, it doesn't seem like she doesn't like fish, and she doesn't...
Won't make spicy food at home.
Yeah, she won't make it at home, but she likes it.
Yeah.
Like, at that last paragraph where she listed all of his stuff, he's way pickier.
Yeah, he won't eat fruits or veggies.
Right?
What is he, a toddler?
Yeah, won't eat from a crock pot is crazy to me.
And won't eat soup. Those are weird.
Those are the easiest things. You make a big batch of soup, put it in the fridge, and...
Make a big crock pot meal, put it in the fridge. Yeah, he's making cooking extremely difficult for her.
There is no meal prep in this guy.
And what is wrong with that pasta dinner she made for him? Why is he so upset about that? That seemed like a nice dinner.
It did. And he put hot sauce on it for some reason.
He's weird.
Yeah.
She is not the asshole. He has some issues.
Yeah, I also have the collection of hot sauces because I like spicy things and you don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I have the collection of hot sauces, and if I want something to be spicy, I just apply it after, when it hits my plate, not in the dish.
Yeah. You're very good about making things that I like because I am truly a picky eater.
Yeah, it's not a big deal to add something on your plate. Like, I guess he just really wanted sushi instead of a very honestly nice sounding pasta dish.
I feel like he's very selfish and doesn't care about what his girlfriend likes. There are compromises you can make, and he is not making compromises.
I guess. I mean, it sounds like it might have been his turn to pick, but still, I guess... I don't know. You usually pick something that both people like.
I don't think I would pick someplace that you didn't like because I want you to be happy because I like you.
Right.
Does he not like his girlfriend and doesn't care if she's happy or not or gets food?
Yeah, you can be selfish on, like, your birthday.
Yeah.
That's when you get to try the place where, like, you won't enjoy this, but I don't care.
Or just go out and get food you like by yourself. I just don't understand why he needs her to eat this food that she doesn't like just because he likes it.
He likes her. He wants to experience the food with her. I guess. But yeah, I agree.
I had an ex-boyfriend like that and it drove me crazy. Always pushing me to eat food that I knew I wasn't going to like and he knew I wasn't going to like, but just try it because he liked it.
Uh-huh.
That is not good.
Yeah, I don't think she's the asshole.
No, she's not the asshole.
Anyways, Reddit agrees, not the asshole. Top comment. Not the asshole. You're not picky. He has control issues. He's mad that you didn't cook him spicy enough food. He's mad that you don't really like sushi, so he can't order it the way he wants. He's not actually mad about your pickiness. He's mad about not getting his way.
Yes. I agree. That person said it very well.
Yeah, they did. And then another comment that I agree with. I'm sorry, but if someone is putting hot sauce into their pasta with marinara sauce, I'm not giving their food takes any real attention.
That is valid, because that is insane.
Yeah.
Hot sauce with marinara.
Yeah, I could understand some red pepper flakes on that dish.
Yeah.
But, no, don't put hot sauce on that. I don't like it.
And that concludes another episode of Josh and Kristie Stealing the Internet. Join us next week for a new episode.
Yep, give us a follow, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
That is staying in.